Are prenuptial agreements warranted in Christian marriages? So let's talk about that. In other words, should Christians do a prenup or a prenuptial agreement? First of all, let's define what a prenuptial agreement or a prenup really is. A prenuptial agreement is a legal contract signed by a couple before they get married. It spells out how their money, property, debts, and assets will be divided if they divorce or if one person dies. It can cover things like who keeps what they owned before marriage, how joint assets get split, whether anyone pays alimony, and how inheritance are handled. You see, prenups can also protect one spouse from the other's debts. Essentially, it is a financial roadmap that clarifies expectations and protects both people if the marriage ends. That's a prenup. Now, should Christians have a prenup, and in what ways are prenuptial agreements warranted in Christian marriages? And I want to share with you 10 reasons why you should have a prenuptial agreement and why it's warranted. Number one, when should you have a prenup? Number one, blended families. When you have kids from a previous relationship, a prenup protects what you've set aside for them. It's not about distrusting your new spouse, not at all. No, it's keeping your promise to your children. You see, without clear paperwork, courts might not honor your wishes. You're preventing future fights between your kids and your spouse over inheritance, thus protecting everyone you love. Number two, why a prenup? Debt protection. If you're bringing student loans and medical bills or business debt into marriage, a prenup keeps your spouse safe from your creditors. They shouldn't lose their savings because of debts they never made. It prevents huge resentment when collection agencies start calling. It's a protection, not secrets. Number three, why a prenup? Family businesses. Your family's business represents generations of hard work. A prenup keeps it in the family while still taking care of your spouse through other assets. It protects relatives whose jobs depend on the business and prevents divorce courts from forcing a sale that destroys what your generations built and your siblings depend upon. Why should you have a prenup? Number four, wealth disparities. When one person has way more money, a prenup stops resentment before it starts. The wealthy spouse won't wonder about gold digger motives. The other won't feel like a charity case. You see, good prenups actually protect both people and can guarantee the lower earning spouse gets fair treatment. It removes money weirdness from the relationship. Friends, let me share this with you. Every opportunity you get to talk about money before you get married is worth it. Because you must understand something about marriage. That in marriage, after you're married, talking about money can become very complicated. And people may start to wonder, why are you asking these questions? You don't trust me? And so forth. And then it can put a strain on the marriage. If you should talk about money, as much as possible, ask the hard questions before you get married. Number five, why a prenup? Learning from experience. If you have been through a divorce, you know how brutal it gets financially. Wanting a prenup isn't expecting failure. No, it's using hard lessons to protect your new spouse from the same nightmare. You have seen retirement accounts drained and legal fees consume everything. It's wisdom, not cynicism, applied to protect someone you love. Remember, use your experience as a teacher before you get married the second or third or fourth time. Number 6, why a prenup? Premarital conversations. Let's talk about that. You see, creating a prenup forces you to talk about money, debt, spending habits, and goals before you are married. These conversations reveal if you are compatible financially or headed for disaster. Many marriages fail over money problems that were never discussed while dating. The talk matters more than the actual document. It's about honest communication. As I said before, take it seriously, friends. Never get married before you have serious discussions about money. Will both names be on the bank account? Will you have a common pool from which to spend? Things like that. You must talk about money. And it's also a good, healthy habit before you get married. Get information. It's all about getting all the information you need. You may not use everything, but at least you're operating from the place of knowledge. So speak to an attorney and have both of you together in the office asking some serious questions about money before you get married. Remember, in North America, the number one cause of marital breakup in many places is money. Not because people don't have enough, but because they don't know how to navigate the tough decisions regarding money. So ask those questions before you say I do. Number 7, why a prenup? Biblical stewardship. The Bible praises planning ahead. Joseph saved Egypt by preparing for famine. Solomon wrote constantly about wise preparation. Proverbs says smart people see trouble coming and protect themselves. Planning for hard times isn't doubting God. No, it's using the wisdom He gave you. Refusing to plan can be reckless, not faithful. Another reason why you should prepare a prenuptial agreement before you say I do. Number 8, why a prenuptial agreement? Protecting your spouse. If you run a business or have a job where you might get sued, a prenup shields your spouse from your creditors. If you're a doctor facing malpractice suits or your company fails, your spouse won't lose their inheritance or retirement savings. You're protecting them from risks you're taking, which is actually sacrificial love. It's all about protecting whom you love most. Protecting yourself. Number 9, why a prenuptial agreement? Fairness provisions. Smart prenups protect the spouse who earns less, especially stay-at-home parents who gave up their careers. They can guarantee generous support and recognize unpaid work raising kids. These agreements ensure homemakers aren't left broke after sacrificing everything. You see, good prenups create fairness, not just protect the rich person's assets. It's all about equity and fairness. Number 10, why a prenuptial agreement? Trust through transparency. You see, talking about worst case scenarios, divorce, death, money disasters, without getting defensive, builds real intimacy. Not everybody can discuss these subjects without becoming defensive and without having resentment and start to think, oh, you don't trust me, you don't trust me. You see, it's about having good, healthy conversation about money. Remember this, couples who handle hard conversations well now will communicate better for decades. Avoiding uncomfortable topics creates fake marriages. You've got to be radically honest with your spouse and with your conversations. See, how you discuss a prenup shows whether your partner is manipulative or reasonable, collaborative or controlling. Real love faces reality together. Start having the hard conversations before you get married. Now, by way of conclusion, prenuptial agreements aren't about planning for failure. No, they're about planning responsibly. They force honest conversations, protect vulnerable family members, demonstrate biblical stewardship, and establish fairness from day one. The strongest marriages are built on transparency, not avoidance. A prenup is simply love with eyes wide open, combining faith in your union with wisdom about life's uncertainties. True commitment can handle honest preparation. You know, somebody puts it beautiful. They say that before you get married, keep both eyes wide open, and after marriage, shut one. Oh, that's good advice. Now, friends, if you found benefit in this video today, just subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss another video. Also, if you know of somebody who may benefit from this video, share it with them so we expand the reach of this message. Go forth, discuss these matters carefully. And by the way, if you are planning to get married, I can work with you one-on-one. Click the link below. Set up an appointment today so we can start having these serious discussions about your marriage. The only way to avoid a bad marriage is to prepare for a good one. And failure to have proper premarital preparation before marriage is like trying to fly an aircraft but you never did a course in aviation. Friends, those who have proper premarital preparation statistically have better marriages. Go forth, plan well, and I wish you a good marriage. Talk to you soon.